Hey guys, good afternoon, and welcome to episode 24 of At the Coffee Table podcast. I'm Jason Klink, your host. And the At the Coffee Table podcast is where we pull up a chair to the virtual coffee table and talk about everything and anything and maybe come up with a solution or two. So, in episode 24, I am flying solo and I wanted to talk about technology. Do you embrace it or do you avoid it? Now, I just got done doing a webinar presentation for my job to some public safety agencies about embracing technology and using automated workflow or automated computerized scheduling programs to better enhance their operation. Now, I've enhanced my operation, made some investments in a new camera, new mic to try to make the podcast a little bit more enhanced and better. But there's some folks out there that do very little with technology, barely have a smartphone, and would rather not look at social media, and just don't use what's out there. But then I think about organizations that were exposed during this pandemic that, or this current environment that weren't tech centered, and they have brick and mortar offices and no plans to be able to work remotely. And then the shutdown hit, and now they're scrambling to get the technology to be tech centered, to be able to have work remote stations and be able to provide the ability for their employees to keep working. Now, I just saw the other day, I think it was Google had planned on allowing their employees to work from home, work remotely into 2021, which is really a big deal for them. I'm sure it's a bit of a cost savings. If you think about a lot of these businesses that have the brick and mortar office, it takes into account of, does that $12,000 a month mortgage, or a rental or lease payment a month, is it really justified now when your employees are getting their work done at home or even more? Technology is moving so fast. We're all connected. We have that instantaneous, we get the instant gratification. That's the word I'm looking for. We've created an environment of instant gratification, likes and comments and shares. Oh, by the way, if you would like, comment, and share this, I'd really appreciate your feedback. But we're able to also do great things and be able to spread good messages and great messages, provide value. In my real estate business, we use social media a lot to provide value, to give information, to share local information on the real estate market. If you're thinking about an organization or a business that maybe can embrace technology to bolster their training, be it training for their personnel, maybe it leadership training, maybe business development training, using technology to make development of business better. Our businesses have no boundaries now. Organizations that are for profit don't have any boundaries now. 20 years ago, you had the boundaries of your geographical area and how far you could travel to knock on doors or make phone calls. Then there was email marketing that expanded that out further. Now with virtual everything, we have no boundaries. So you could strike up business anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world. I know business people out there that I am networked with that are doing business in Hawaii and in England and over the pond overseas. So that's kind of a big deal if you think about it, because it makes your possibilities almost endless. Now, even with the current environment and how stressful things are, how chaotic things are, there's all indications at some point we'll come out of this, we'll come out on the other side. The new normal. The normal is not going to be normal. What's normal anyway? It's adapt and overcome. And a lot of the organizations I speak with, I stress that: adapt and overcome. Get better at what you're doing. Make your business better. Make your organization better. Utilize the tools that are in front of you to be able to adapt and overcome. One of the best examples I use is, the restaurant business. When the whole shutdown happened, the restaurant business had to scramble. And a lot of them did it extremely well. Curbside pickup, delivery, kept their kitchens open, kept some kind of business going, so they didn't fold. And in those kind of situations, you really, really need to do that. I don't claim to be an expert in anything in business or in technology. In the grand scheme of things, I'm relatively new when it comes to this entrepreneur or business environment, but I've also kept my ears open, my eyes open, trying to learn as much as I can. And I've seen trends. And even when I started in real estate in 2016, 17, I could see the trend where real estate was heading more digital, more electronic, more social. Um, Real estate has its traditional values of mailers and door knocking and phone calls, and that plays a role. But in this day and age of being able to text a client or DM a client or a potential customer and provide them value quicker, it helps expand that business. I had a conversation not too long ago about using technology to provide leadership training for an organization, and creating webinars and creating videos and training opportunities, maybe interactive. I even see now in the public safety world that I used to be involved with, there's a governing body that is now creating virtual training for certifications. And I think you'll see a lot of organizations go that route to make it virtual in order to achieve certain licensing or certifications and caches of training opportunities. I came from 25 years in the fire service where training, that was our biggest thing, because the worst day in the fire service, somebody gets hurt or killed, and you train to make sure nobody got hurt or killed. So having that ability to have that information at your fingertips and to continue that training in a constricted or restricted environment, that's where technology is a benefit. Technology has its downsides. We've seen it all over the media with some really ugly scenarios, ugly situations. There's bad people in the world. That's no surprise. And bad people are going to take advantage of what's put in front of them. It's educating our youth and educating them, our children, in the proper way to use technology, and not to be scared of it, but to use it smart, use it safe, and not put themselves in situations where technology could get them hurt. So I just wanted to have this quick podcast today, just based on some of the stuff that I've done here recently and seeing organizations and businesses embrace technology more, even more than we have in the last 10 years with the explosion of social media and virtual opportunities. But I'd love to hear your comments and what you think. What do you think about technology, and what has your business or organization done to make things better and to help people? That's the name of the game, to help people. So with that, I want you all to take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and have a great day.